Another cold and gray morning. One of those that makes you want to stay in bed. You seem to have lost the drive to keep going. This is not right. Something needs to be changed.
All it takes is that first step forward, and you will build the required momentum to keep going. Make that decision. Stop being a spectator in the game of life and play it with full commitment.
You can wait all you want. You can shave 5 minutes off a day for the next 6 months and get to where you want to be. Or you can just wake up tomorrow at 4:30 like you should and get after it.
Don't stop now. You need to keep pushing forward. It feels good to move forward, but it's starting to get tough.
If you have discipline, if you have willpower, the more you use them, the stronger they get.
No one said it would be easy at all. There will be hard moments. There you go. You are up. You are doing it. Keep going. You can do it. You have to say, I will not fail today. Never give up and never give in to limitations.
90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not going to feel perfect every day. There's got to be those days you push through.
Success is right there for you to reach out and grab it. Your success is right in front of you. Body and mind are one in this mission. You will grow stronger with every step. You are limitless.
Devotion, discipline. Devote yourself to something bigger. Be decisive about what you're going to do. Say, I'm going to do it, and that's it. And then be disciplined about getting it done every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
You're either moving forward or you're going backwards. You don't stay the same. We are not human beings, we are human becomings. We are becoming something.
There's nothing you cannot be, there's nothing you cannot do, there's nothing you cannot have.
How do you stay motivated? And I just say, it's not about motivation. Motivation is a fickle little emotional thing, and if you get too hungry, sometimes you're not motivated, or if you get too tired, sometimes you're not motivated, or if it's been a long day, you lose your motivation. So that's why motivation doesn't matter to me. It's about the discipline. It's about the discipline of holding the course, knowing what you have to do, and making it happen. There's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it, because that pain is what makes you stronger. Success is not measured on the days when the sun shines. Success is measured on the dark, stormy, cloudy days. And if you can't absorb failure, you're never going to meet success.
It's awareness of mind that takes advantage of that opportunity. You will all be confronted with opportunity. You must take advantage of it. Because if you don't take advantage of your opportunity, you'll never realize your dreams. Whether you want them or not is the irrelevance. You don't know that until you achieve it.
All that positive thinking and how you think and what you determine your destiny to be, it works. You must prepare your mind to be happy. You gotta take action now. You gotta take action now. Make today your masterpiece.
And so I'm passionate about personal growth, because for that person who says, wow, I had an opportunity, I wasn't ready. If you're growing, you're always ready. Because after I intentionally started growing, I made a commitment to grow as a leader. I started writing, I became an author. I developed growth resources for other people. I founded my first company. I began training conferences. Everything I can think of that has ever been good in my life was a result of the fact that I started personal growth in my life.
You have to be willing to be the only person for a moment. And that moment might be a minute, it might be a month, it might be a year, it might be 10 years. You have to be willing to be the only person that sees your vision. You gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to do it by yourself.
There's only one you, and you've only got one today. One now. Tomorrow it's gone. Okay, tomorrow it's a different day. People spend their whole life planning on living their dreams. Let me tell you what, you gotta take action. You gotta attack the day.
You have to be willing to understand that at times, as your vision is coming out of you, it's not gonna be clear for anyone else but you.
I don't care who you are. Diligence. It's no substitute for working hard. It is a long, curvy road. You cannot necessarily be concrete about what your vision is, about next steps. But you've got to commit every day to becoming the best that you can be. More capable, more committed, more alive.
Life will take off for you then, when you choose for it to. You have not so chosen as yet. You have procrastinated, prolonged, protracted, protested. Now it is time that you promulgated and produced what you have been promised.
What's something that you've done recently in the name of growth where you are comfortable being uncomfortable? If your answer is, I don't know, then that's a sign that you need to be working on something. You've always got to be growing or else you're going backwards.
You got to move towards your goals today. You got to get up every day and say to yourself, every morning, I will do today what others don't, so I'll have tomorrow what others won't.
You know what to do. You're just not doing it. You have a responsibility to achieve for yourself. And the only way that this is going to happen is with self-inspiration, self-determination, and hard work that starts before everybody else gets up and after everybody else has gone to sleep. Negative belief system leads to negative results, and the opposite. The deeper you believe in yes, the more positive your results will be.
We're making decisions every day, and those decisions are forming our actions. Those actions are forming our habits. Those habits are forming our character. And that character is forming our destiny.
Self-doubt creates this distance between you and the people that you love. Self-doubt creates distance between the dreams that you have, where you are now. And so if you have greater confidence, you will be able to close the gap between where you're at and all of the things that you dream about.
Failure is a part of the learning process. What's the risk of failure? What, you'll be embarrassed? How do you distinguish failure from learning? In your whole life, failure implies that it stopped, that the game stops, right? If it's part of you're failing and then you learn, then that learning is part of the moving forward, right? So that is what the process is like. Fail, learn, move forward, and constantly do that because you're cutting edge. You're going where people haven't been before in inventiveness. That's exciting to those people. So that's a different kind of approach to life, right? It's a different way of being.
He said, when you change the way you look at something, what you look at will change. Change your perception. Do you know the reason most people don't make decisions? because they can't see how they're going to get there. So what do? They keep doing things that they can see how they're going to get there. And that's why their life never really changes.
When you get up every day, know your priorities. Say every day, I will do today what others don't, so I will have tomorrow what others won't. Don't let your phone, don't let the TV, don't let your friends knock you off what are the most important things to get done today.
You are in charge of your life, and I want you to go win. I want you to sit down tonight, if you haven't already done it, and lay out some detailed goals. You have to change the person in your mirror. You got to have that moment, like my friend Les Brown, the great motivator, says, where you finally say, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've had it.
Well, be going backward. Everyone else, everything else is changing and evolving every day. So what are you working on that will make you better tomorrow than you were when you woke up this morning? What new skills are you building? What strengths are you improving? What's next in your business or your career?
The problem is no one ever teaches us how to master ourselves, how to master our beliefs and our behaviors and our attitudes and our actions, and know how to line those two things up to meet and to direct us toward the desired outcomes in our life. No one teaches us how to do that.
You're going to have financial difficulties at some point in your life. You're going to have marriage difficulties. You're going to have business difficulties. But you got to get back up.
My friend, your life, my life, our life always moves in the direction of our strongest thoughts and behaviors. And if you never take the opportunity to stay and to become congruent, my friend, you will always miss the mark. But when you learn how to line up your attitudes and your actions and make it spot on to the desired results that you want, my friend, that's step 2 in the process or the practice of self-mastery.
Success is earned. If you really want to know the secret of success, okay? I publish Success Magazine. I'm going to tell you right now the secret to success. Here it is. Success is earned by hard freaking work. Hard freaking work. If you ask the Circle of Champions up here, how did you do it? How did you get to the top? How did you become so successful? Their answers are always going to be 3 words: hard freaking work. There's no other way around it.
Don't quit, author unknown. Because every day, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road that you treading seems all uphill, when cares are pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns.
If you don't make the choices in your own life, then someone else is going to end up making them for you, and it won't be good. So it might be a boss, it might be a professor, it might be your parents, it might be colleagues, someone else, might be a company, someone else is going to start making choices for you, and they're not going to be as good as the choices you can make yourself.
The reason why most people aren't as successful as they could be is because they have not made a decision to take action on the things that they know how to do best. They have not taken the decision to commit to doing the simple things over and over again that will separate them or distance them from everyone else. You see, most people don't cross the finish line with their goals and their dreams, not because they don't have the ability or the resources or the relationships. More often than not, it's because at some point they allow themselves not to care more than normal.
Been in a situation where you just felt like you were at that opportunity and you were trying to figure out if you were going to move on it or not? You just got to a point to where things were getting confusing and things were going on and you just weren't quite sure, hey, should I go ahead and take that opportunity or not? Or are you one of the people that see other people going around? You see other people being successful and doing some things. You trying to figure out, why isn't that me? Why isn't that you?
And if you've ever wanted to, in your life, make significant things happen and get tough things done, if you've ever had a life where you realize that your outward experiences and results currently in your life doesn't actually match the potential you know that's resting on the inside of you, then my friend, you need to know how to engage in the practice.
Go from there, even if where you're at isn't your own fault. See, I understand bad things happen to people. You have poisonous people come into your life that leave you in a bad situation. But you have to make the decision that you're going to take responsibility right here, right now, today, and move and grow from there.
Stop looking for the quick fix for success, happiness, and wealth. There's no shortcut. There's no cliff notes. There's no quick fix. you're going to walk through a minefield day in and day out of hard freaking work. Because success is earned one day at a time. Every day you lift your head up off the pillow. You're going to decide whether that day you are a success or whether you are a failure. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind.
If you've accepted that where you are is where you're going to be, you've already lost. And there's no power in that. There's no power in that. That's like staying right here. You're not popping the clutch. You're not going forward.
Every day in your life, you got to weed the negative and you got to fertilize the positive.
I think a winner is somebody who gets up every single day and fights the fight against doubt, fights the fight against fear, fights the fight against laziness and procrastination, and forces themselves to do the work so that they can become a better person, so that they can see their dreams come true, and so that they can astonish themselves.
If you're waking up every day and you're not taking steps to be the CEO of your own life and managing your day and running your own life, you're going to be an employee. It's going to run you back, and it will. And there's days I've woken up and gone through the motions, and sure as death and taxes, something comes up, and because I wasn't in the right mindset, it took control. It ran my day.
Live your best life. Attack the world. Enjoy the journey. Starting now, from today forward, be changed and charging. Go out and make it happen. Every day, get up and live, learn, love, and laugh. And go out and go for it. Seize your future. Seize your destiny. And live the life you deserve.
You win at life when you do the work that makes you feel uncomfortable. We look at winners all the time. We celebrate our greatest heroes in business and in sports because of their outcomes. But the fact is, nobody stops and thinks about the fact that those champions, those winners, spent 10, 20, 30 years getting up day in and day out and doing the work. So a winner is somebody that wakes up every morning, pushes themselves out that bed, and does the work to become a better person.
You got to get up early. You got to make a list. You got to show up with a great attitude, and you got to get it done.
Getting up in the morning and setting your priorities is very important. If you don't fill your day with high priority things that mean everything to you, that inspire you, your life will fill up with low priority distractions that don't. You got to give yourself permission to be the most magnificent you can possibly be. I wonder what would happen if you sat down and actually prioritized your life every day, and then went after the most important things and filled your day that way.
And every day, if you wake up and you don't take control of your day and you don't dominate the day as best you can start to finish, life is going to own you. You know, if you're waking up with a negative attitude, you have to be able to step back and self-assess. Why am I in a bad mood? And you have to work from that minute forward to build that tool in your belt, if you will, to be able to assess it, address it, apply it, if you will, and then move forward. If you can do that, I'll tell you, life gets exponentially easier and easier and easier every day. And before you know it, you're working with greater efficiency, more confidence, more determination, and you set yourself on a path to truly self-generate success. But more importantly, you're happy.
I have a simple exercise I give everybody, and some people say, oh, that's so stupid, it's so silly. But I ask them to look in the mirror, especially first thing in the morning, and just look in their eyes and say their name and say, I love you. I really, really love you. And this is enormously hard for most people to do to begin with. But as you continue to do it, it makes a big difference. You see, life loves you. Life really loves you. But if you don't love yourself, it's very hard for life to bring you the goodies because you've got this wall up.
What I do every day, the fact that it makes me mentally stronger, The fact that I literally pushed myself to the point of, being physically ill. When you do that, when you're starting your day at 4:30 in the morning, whatever, do that, the rest of your day, no matter what happens, is a breeze. You've tackled the hardest part of your day. No matter what goes on, you have the confidence and you have the wherewithal, the tool belt, if you will, to be able to attack. Sometimes it's just showing up and being able to push yourself a little bit more than yesterday.
If you're not happy today, start acting happy. Act the way you want to feel, and soon you'll feel the way you act. Go out and make it happen in your life.
Why not do what you really love every day? I don't mean necessarily the things that are small, little things. I'm talking about giving yourself permission to make the difference that you want in life and do the things that are service to others as well as rewarding to you.
So we live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Because we are kind of living our whole life is set that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. There's no growth in that.
If you find something that you love to do, then when Monday comes along, you're not going, Monday. You're like, Monday, I get to act.
I want you to burn into your nervous system the following statement, because it is a fundamental truth of the human condition. It is literally the baseline physics of what it means to be a person. As Earl Nightingale said, we become what we think about. And that's an idea that I want you to hold firmly in your mind. That's something that I really want you to internalize. I really want you to stop right now, whatever you're doing, I want you to stop, lean into this video and listen to what I'm saying. You will become what you think about. Really think about that for a second, as if it wasn't just a phrase, as if it's more than just words, as if it were a truth about how the brain works, because it is. You're going to become the thing that you think about. And I know that you're dwelling on a lot of negative shit. I know that you're carrying a lot of baggage with you. And I know that as you think about how things might go wrong, that you believe to the core of your being that you're just planning for the hard times. But the truth is, you're going to become those things that you fear. You're going to become the things that you dread. If you're thinking about all the things that you've done wrong in the past, you are going to simply continue that cycle. But if, on the other hand, and let this be true, let this ring in your ears with the weight of everything that I carry, if I've ever added an ounce of value to you, if anything I have ever said has seemed remotely true, believe that these are the most important words I'm ever going to say to you. If you begin to focus on positive things, if you begin to focus on your capabilities, if you begin to focus on the potential that you have, if you really dig in, build those skills, drive towards something beautiful, something amazing, something that leaves you in awe, that you want to create, that you want to become the vessel for that, then you will become that thing, because you will take those steps, because you become what you think.